This video is going to be a little different just because I wouldn't change the colors. If you looked at, look at this page, I added a gradient to the main page here, and then I also changed the gradient on the body. So rather than going through all the steps of doing that, you know how the gradients work. I'll just go and show you the colors. And the reason I didn't show you is I spent quite a bit of time going back and forth and trying to figure things out. So the other thing I did was add a margin back to the top above the banner picture here. And you'll notice that messes up our login, so we'll need to scoot the login control down here. But let's go take a look at the master page and look at some of these, and then we'll fix this login control. Okay, so what I changed was on the body, I changed this gradient, and I think I need to change this everywhere here. Yeah, I do. So, and again, you might want to watch, but I need to change these numbers everywhere. I just did them in Internet Explorer for testing. I didn't want to change them because I probably did 30 or 40 different combinations of colors here trying to get things to look decent. And this is, when you're spending your time working on appearance, this is where you will spend a lot of your time working on appearance items. And then down in the main wrapper, which is the body of the page, again I changed the colors, but I just did them in Internet Explorer. So let me, fix them in all the other browsers. So once you have this gradient code, you can just copy and paste it and change the color numbers. And then, of course, I'm doing what I like, but I'll take this to Scott and run it by him and see what he thinks. Okay, so I changed the two gradient colors. The other thing I did was added a solid white 1 pixel border around this main wrapper, and let's just go take a look at that. That's what gives us a little white edge around here. We can try it with the white on, or we can also see what it looks like with the white off. Which I almost like this better now that I've changed the colors. So, what I'm really trying to do here is soften things up too. You notice how hard these edges seem? But when you do gradients, like the gradient in here, it softens up the edge. So things just don't look so crisp and sharp. Which, crisp and sharp is good as well, but just kind of softens things up a little bit. Okay, then to add that top border in, I set the padding on this main wrapper to 16 pixels. Both, I should just do one number since it's the same all around. This is top and bottom. This is left and right. So that added this. I added this padding back in above here, where before I'd taken that out, and it looked just awkward to me to have this picture bumped up against that top edge. So the last thing I want to do here is to move my login control. I want to move it down here into the white area. And this is stuff we've, I think we've gone over all this before. I'm just coming back here and tweaking it again. So the top, rather than making it 2 pixels, since I added 16, I'll make that 18 pixels. Now if we come and look at it, it drops it down in there. So the last thing to do is to check this in a couple other browsers. So let's start up Chrome. And let's start up Firefox. So paste this in here. Okay, I think it looks better to me. And then same thing on Firefox. This looks better, except the one problem is that login control is not scooting down for some reason. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So this is again looking better to me. I think the next thing I'm going to do is come and add a gradient to the menu here. We'll try to do maybe the same gradient here. Yeah. Okay, but that's the end of this tutorial. Things are looking pretty good.